Hey, you've got Dave here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make money using Facebook video. And I realize you might not think about Facebook when you start thinking about making money through video. You might think about other social platforms, but there have been some big changes on Facebook and big changes in social media in general that are allowing you to monetize Facebook video way easier. And that's what we're going to dive in today. This actually stemmed from a question that came from Devin. And I'll show you over here. Devin says, so he was commenting on one of my previous videos. This one was all about how to get clients through Facebook groups. Devin says, Dave Smith, great video. Could you show training on how you create videos? What's your process logically? How do you put your script together? How do you edit it? I understand that finding a piece of value and sharing that, but I see you weaving in certain things methodically. Would love to hear your process in a training because it's top notch. And yes, of course, I want to do it that good as well. So Devin, thanks for your question. Because you are here today, we're talking about Facebook video. I'm going to go through my entire process so you can steal this process. You can make your own videos using this process, and then you can monetize it using Facebook. Let's dive in. You already know that video is king when it comes to social media. Again, this is true on Facebook. Doesn't matter what social platform you're using. Video content, it's the most watched. It gets the best engagement. It's the best for nurturing leads. Video content is where it's at. And if you're not doing video already, you're completely missing out. But the good news is in this video, I'm going to walk you through some very simple steps. So even if video hasn't worked for you in the past, or it's something that you haven't tried, maybe it feels a little bit scary, I'm going to break it down and make it very bite-sized for you so that you can start creating videos, using them on Facebook, and most importantly, monetizing. Because this is going to be a huge advantage for you. I guarantee your competitors are missing out on this opportunity. Many people, they try video, they throw a couple videos out onto Facebook or whatever platform they're using, and they don't get a lot of traction. And then those people conclude, they say, oh, video doesn't work or it's too much work. And that's absolutely not true. You might hear this advice. A lot of people will say, well, if video's not working, you just need to do more of it. You need to do a video every week or a video every day or 3 videos a day. Absolutely not. Other people will say, well, you have to be going and doing live video, which can be very scary if you're new to video in the first place. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to be creating video content every single day, and you certainly don't need to be going live. In fact, the strategy I'm going to show you here is all about creating pre-recorded video and using those to monetize through Facebook. So there are 2 ways to monetize your Facebook video. And the first is through in-stream ads or through donations that viewers give you. Those are, Facebook's calling those stars. Now, in-stream ads, very similar to YouTube ads or to ads on any other social platform. You create a piece of video content and you publish it either through your business page, or you can now do this through your professional page if you have your personal profile set to professional mode. And if you're not sure about that, I created an entire video all about professional mode, what it is, how it works, how to set it up. So you definitely want to check that out. So if you're using your business page or professional mode and you create video content, you can allow ads to be streamed inside your videos, and then you get a little piece of that revenue. It's very similar to YouTube. The other option that I mentioned is through stars. If you're creating video content and it's super valuable to your audience might say, hey, I want to support what you're doing. And so they can give you these stars that turn into a financial reward for you. Again, this is done through professional mode. So definitely, if you're not using professional mode, you got to check out my video. I'll put it in the description. You can check that out. Now, that is the first way that you can monetize video on Facebook, and definitely go for that. I'll just say it's very similar to YouTube. You need a lot of views. You need a big audience in order to make any meaningful money that way. And so the second way is actually the one that I think is more relevant to most people. And I also think there's a much bigger potential to make a lot of money through this way. And that's by monetizing your video off the Facebook platform, monetizing off the Facebook platform. So what this means is that you're creating video content for Facebook, but you're using that to draw an audience, to attract people to you, to build your authority, to serve your audience. And then as you do this, as you create video content that's really perfect for your audience's needs, guess what happens? They start to like you, they want to follow you, they want more from you. This is how you're nurturing your audience and moving them towards a purchase. And at that point, you can sell many different things. We're going to talk about monetizing your video in just a few minutes here. So strategy number 2, monetizing beyond the platform, is using the platform to attract and nurture an audience so that you can sell them something that isn't even necessarily on Facebook. So those are the 2 methods. We're going to talk in this video primarily about method number 2, because like I said, I think it's a bigger opportunity for the majority of people. It's the strategy that I personally like using as well. So now that we've covered the 2 ways that you can monetize video, we need to talk about how do you actually do this? What do you need in order to monetize your video? And I've got a checklist. This is the same checklist I use, so I'm just going to walk you through this. There are 7 things you need in order to monetize Facebook video. The first is an idea for a topic. And ideally, it's a topic that your audience would be very, very interested in. Well, where do these ideas come from? I'm actually going to go over to my computer here and I'll show you. What I do is I use an app that's called Evernote. I just use the free version. You can go and sign up for yourself. And it's really great for keeping notes and categorizing ideas. And you'll see over here in my notebooks, they're called in Evernote, I have something called video scripts. And down here, you can see I've got a bunch of ideas for future video scripts. And so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for questions. And in today's case, Devin actually came out and he said, hey, Dave, can you create a video on this? And so here I am creating it. That's the best case scenario, is when your audience is specifically saying, create a piece of content for me. However, that's unusual. More often than not, someone's going to come to you and they're going to ask you a question that they expect you to answer. And what most business owners do that I think is a mistake is going back and typing oodles of information back to that person, answering their question right on whatever platform it is, especially if it's private message, because then only one person is going to benefit from that. And so instead, what I like to do is as I get these messages coming in, the messages that I think would make great pieces of content, I make a little note here. So as an example, I've got one here that's about generating leads. This one down here is about building an online business from nothing, from scratch. And so as these ideas come in, they go into a notebook over here. I might jot a couple ideas down. I might reference an article I've seen or a video I've watched. So I create these notes. Then when it comes time to actually create video, I'm not starting from scratch each time. I've already got my ideas there. So that's step number one, is you need a bank of ideas. And I encourage you, start making your bank today. And then what happens when people ask you a question, you can tell them, hey, great question. I'm actually going to film a video that answers this really well for you. Then you go off, you create the video, and then you can send that person the video. They feel so special. And now you can repurpose that answer by actually creating a piece of content that more people see. The side benefit of this is you probably get asked the same questions over and over and over again. So in the future, when you get asked, where do you send that person? You send them right back to the video that you previously created. Now you're getting more engagement on a video that you've already created. So that's a little side tip. That's number one, is you need to have your bank of topic ideas. I'm just going to walk you through this right here. You're going to see number two is a written script. Now, all of my content, I start with a script, and you can see I'm going through a script right here. So this is unusual. Normally, I don't have the script on camera. In this case, you actually get to see my script, but it begins with a script template. And I'm gonna go over here. You'll see I have this labeled as template. And in here, it has my sections that I need to fill out for every script that I create. So let's go through this together. I've got a tagging section. This is relevant if the piece of content, the video content, is not gonna go just on Facebook. If it's gonna be uploaded onto YouTube, I wanna fill out the appropriate tags. YouTube loves tags. Then I've got a description section. I'll show you what this looks like actually in the one that we're watching right now. You'll see I've got a description, and this is going to go when I actually post the video. This is the description that will be written along with the video. So I've got my description here, then I've got a script. Now notice that the script, it's not something that I'm coming up brand new every single time. It follows a specific format. So I've got an introduction. I talk about the value that people are going to get. I say, let's dive in. There's a video intro. I state the problem. I want people to be very clear in the problem that they're facing and the problem that I'm going to remove for them if they stick around and watch this video. And then I do a section called agitating the problem. And this is basically going through a process of explaining why this problem is legitimate, why it's a big deal, why you shouldn't continue going through life having this problem, why you need it solved. Then I dispel common solutions, because there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of content on Facebook. There's a lot of videos on YouTube of people trying to solve problems. But in most cases, when I'm creating this content, I've seen other pieces of content that I don't think do justice to the problem. They don't actually create the solution that I think is best. So I want to make sure my viewers understand that what they're about to see isn't that. This is different. I really encourage you to follow a format like this when you're creating videos for Facebook or any other platform as well. And then I go into presenting the new solution. So they know what the problem is, they know not to do what everyone else is saying, and now they get a fresh idea, a new solution, and then finally they get a wrap up. I close the video and give a call to action. I'm gonna go back over to our actual script here, and now you understand the format that we're going through here. This is gonna be a little bit more meaningful. So as I go through here, you can see that we've already been through the problem, agitating the problem, presenting a new solution, and now we're talking about writing a script. And then number three, really importantly, as you're writing the script, is think about what is it that you want to sell? Remember, our goal here is to monetize this Facebook video off the Facebook platform. So you need something to sell. Well, what could you sell? It could be your own course. It could be coaching. It could be a product that you have. Maybe it's an affiliate product that someone else has created and you get a commission when you sell it. And so it's really important that as you're filling out this script, there's an opportunity for you to pitch an offer, to make an offer that will help people who are watching your video. This is where we want a CTA, a call to action. I'm going to show you an example down here. You'll see that in my wrap up, every single video that I have wraps up with a call to action. And you can see usually it's scripted something like this. It says, if you'd like to try out Unipro for yourself, go to unipro.com. What's Unipro? It's our software that we use for all of our Facebook marketing. And so in most of my videos, something that I've been talking about in that video is going to be relevant to the offer of Unipro. And then I make a call to action to tell my audience, hey, if you want to do it the way that we're doing it, you should probably use the tool that we're using. Oh, by the way, it's over at unipro.com. Go and check it out. And that's as simple as that, is giving a call to action. And so when you're thinking about what is it that you're going to sell, how are you going to implant that call to action into your video? That's a really important question to ask. And you've embedded that into your written script that's about the topic idea that you got from your bank of topic ideas that you've been accumulating as you've been in conversation with customers or prospects. Now you got to go and actually create this video. And it's not as hard as you might think. This is the process that I go through. So I always begin by going through and rereading my script before I actually start recording. I want to refamiliarize myself with the entire script so that I know where I'm headed. Then what I do is have all of my tabs open. So this is for me, yours might be a little bit different. Quite often in the videos that I create, I'm demonstrating something on screen as I am right now. And so I'm showing different tactics, marketing things that I'm doing on Facebook or other places. And so I want to have all my tabs open. And you'll notice here, I actually have 1, 2, 3 tabs open because these 3 tabs are relevant to what I'm teaching in this particular video. So you want to have everything prepared and laid out in front of you. Then what I like to do is present section by section. I don't try and do it in one big chunk. Here's how I like to do this. So I'm going to go back to the top of my script and you'll see that I started off today. I said, hey, this is Dave. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make money with Facebook videos. Now I realize that Facebook might not be the first social platform you think of. And then I read this section over. When I'm presenting this, I will present this section and then I'll stop. I'll take a little breath. I'll reread the next section. I'll present it. I'll stop and take a little breath. And then when this goes over to editing, we'll talk about editing in just a second, then all these sections can be spliced together. I don't want the pressure of trying to memorize 10 or 15 or 20 minutes worth of video content, and I don't think you probably do either. So you go and present section by section, rereading the next section. When you're taking that little pause, that little breath, I go and reread the section that I'm about to present. Then I present it and take another little pause. Present the next section. And I just go back and forth doing this, reread the next section, present it, read the next section, present it until I've got the entire video filmed. That's number 4, is go through and record this rough draft of your video. Number 5 is we need to have an easy way for you to turn this rough content into a polished final video. Here's how I like to do it. So I'm going to slide my video over here and I'm going to take you over to a software. This is the one that I use. It's called Camtasia. And this is a paid for software. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's not an affiliate link or anything, but you can go and check this out if you like. I really like it. It's super user friendly and very quick to edit videos. And so what I did is I've gone and created how I would like all of my videos to look. I want them to look pretty standardized. And so I'm just going to scroll through here and you can see I've got a little intro. I've got some little call outs. You can see there's some words that pop onto the screen. There's a little video animation. There's these little animated GIFs that pop in to just add a little bit more interest as opposed to just staring at my face the entire time. And then you'll see in this particular one, I'm going to start demonstrating some stuff. And you can see here that I've got my screen showing. I'm actually demonstrating something in our Unipro software and I've got my cursor highlighted. So I went through and I personally edited this video. I wanted a template. This is what each video should look like. And now I can easily offload this. And so what I did is I sent this over to my VA. My VA's got Camtasia. My VA knows this is what a finished product should look like. And now when I film new videos, which I'm filming in Camtasia, I take that rough file, upload it to Google Drive, and then send that Google Drive link over to my VA. Now my VA has the rough footage that I filmed in Camtasia. My VA can take that and edit it according to the template that I've already created and sent over. So that's a really important step for me, is to outsource the video editing. Reason being, I find to edit about 10 minutes of video takes about an hour's worth of work. And so you can just imagine how that really adds up. So I love outsourcing that. Number 6 is you need an audience. So at this point, you've gone and you created this video and either you've edited it yourself or you've sent it over to someone else. They've done the editing for you. You've got this great piece of content, But who's going to see it? Well, you need an audience. There's a couple different places that you might use for an audience. So I'm going to go over and show you an example of where your audience might be. So I'm going to go over to my Facebook personal profile. And maybe this is where you want to start, is you could create videos and upload them and post them on your Facebook personal profile. As I scroll down here, you can see I get a ton of engagement on my personal profile. And so I can put video content here. I know I'm going to get a lot of views here. I know that's going to bring a lot of people through my call to action, and it's going to make sales. It's going to make money. People are going to sign up. That's for sure. If you're just starting out, that's okay. You might not get this sort of engagement on your personal posts. No problem. It's a very easy place to build up traffic very quickly. And we can talk about that more in just a second. This is one place. So that's on your personal profile. Another place is inside a Facebook group. And I'm going to go back over here. Here's Devin's original question that we looked at. This is actually on a video where I did exactly what we're talking about. So you can actually see, here's the video description exactly from the template that we just looked at. This video was uploaded into our Facebook group, and I'll go over and show you the stats here. Facebook groups are great because they get a ton of engagement. Facebook's really pushing Facebook groups. So you can see in this one here, it's got about 6,000 members created just this year. We're doing it all organically using our Unipro software. You can see 50 posts in the last month. So there's a lot of engagement here. When I go back to that post, you'll see here, let's scroll up and take a look. So this reached 647 people simply by posting it inside a Facebook group. And so you can do this as well. If you got a Facebook group, that could be a great place for your audience. Another place could be over on YouTube. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel here, and lo and behold, you'll see that these videos, most of these videos that I create for Facebook are also being uploaded to YouTube. And so it's another opportunity. I could be posting on my personal profile inside my Facebook group, could be uploading to YouTube. If you use a Facebook business page and maybe you're running ads to your business page, maybe you could post there as well. So those are some examples of how you can have an audience who your video will get in front of. That's the most important thing. Doing the best video ever and not having an audience, it's not going to get your business very far. Number 7 is you need a promotional strategy. So some people, what they'll do is they'll post a video and then they'll sit back and wait for the comments to come in and the sales to come in. And, you might get some of that depending on how big your audience is, but really you want to be more proactive. And so what I like to do is I like to post in multiple places, as I just showed you, and then also run email marketing to make sure that I'm going to get the right people seeing these videos. Let me show you. I'm going to go over to our email software here and let's pull up an example. So actually I'll pull up this one right here. This was the email. This email is pulling up here. I'll actually preview that with you. So you can see a lot of Facebook group admins have recently implemented new rules that say basically don't promote inside our group. Here's a strategy that lets you get leads from other Facebook groups without breaking the group rules. So this email went out to an email list. I'll show you in just a second. Where did it send people to? Well, it sent people back here, how to get clients from Facebook groups that do not allow promotional posts. And so this is a guaranteed way because you own your email list, just like I own my email list. And so I can send one of my lists a link to one of these videos, and I know that people are going to go take a look. We can check out the stats here. Let's go take a look at the stats. You can see I got a 71% open rate, 8.4% of people click through. Let's take a look at what that looks like numbers wise. This particular list that I sent to, it's a very small list. It's only 1,500 people. Almost 1,100 people saw that message and 128 people click through the email to go and take a look at that video. So it's instant impressions on the video. This is a promotional strategy. And so you want to have that as well. You want to have a promotional strategy that will ensure that we'll get eyeballs onto the video that you're going to create. Now you might say, well, Dave, I don't have much of an email list. Guess what? This particular email list that I'm showing you right here, like I showed you, it just has 1,500 people. I just started this one. I'm using, again, our software Unipro to, as we bring in leads on Facebook, to extract email addresses and build up this email list 100% for free. It's amazing. And you can do this as well. Just get started. Just get started. So that is my process for making money through videos on Facebook. I took you through the 7 steps. Hopefully this was super helpful. I do want to reiterate though, that the most important step of all of this is having an audience and really promoting your video content. It's got to be seen in order to make you money. And full transparency, we do use Unipro to build our audience, to bring in the right prospects, the right leads into our Facebook audiences, to fill up our Facebook group so that when we create content like this, it can be helpful to those people and we can begin to nurture those people, and hopefully they'll join us over in Unipro. And if you've never checked out Unipro, honestly, you got to check it out. It is an absolute game changer for anyone who's doing Facebook marketing. Just go over to unipro.com. You're going to love it. Trust me, you're absolutely going to love it. And if you have any comments or questions about what I shared today, about creating videos, about editing videos, about scripting videos, about coming up with topics, about how to monetize, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, just give it a like and drop a comment. Let me know. This helps me understand. I'm giving you valuable tips, valuable ideas that you can implement inside your business. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.